Good morning, Grant Ecosystem. My names are Abdul Aziz Garba. I am speaking from the Confluence City, Kogi State, North Central Nigeria. The time now is about 8:40 a.m. This is probably my last voice note before disbursement. I want to appreciate Comrade Chief Andy Bright for the voice note he has just released. I agree with you completely. But I want to call the attention of yourself and other members of the Grand Community who are probably ignorantly or erroneously for not having enough knowledge of the happening that are still clamoring for agitations of different types and kinds since the release of the president of GCDM's VN yesterday. That is the voice or the voices that you have echoed. It is not bad. We are all trying to see that disbursement takes place within the shortest possible time. And that machinery is fully in force. It's unfortunate that most of our followers do not want to believe this due to the previous happenings. Yes, I don't want to completely write them off that way. Most unfortunate is that there are some intermediaries, some NGOs, CEOs, and some of us that have more knowledge of what is happening. But instead of disseminating it properly and informing their followers almost precisely where we are, they want to fuel a spirit of discord and disharmony. Or they lock up their platforms without informing them the reason and where we are. And that's why you see much agitations. And this is what the system that we are not comfortable about it. To announce a precise date, which my solutionite president has just mentioned, this we have tried throughout last year, a year before last year, it did not work. And many school of thoughts in the grass community decided that no need to be precise with dates of disbursement. That has not actually worked. I am surprised in this year, people are still saying that they want to know if disbursement is on Monday, if disbursement is this today Friday, dates of disbursement precisely. And this is what the authorities that be never wanted. And whether we like it or not, there is an authorities that will disburse this grant, whether we like it or not. That is the truth. And that authority is not tweeting. And that authority is not going on the street. There is no anywhere in the world that things are not done according to rules and regulations guiding that operations. That's the truth, whether I will like it or not. My one-time godfather, is still my godfather, one-time president of this country, military president. When he was asked, sir, is your transition program on course? This is what he answered, and I quote. He said, Inshallah, we will not stay a minute longer than necessary. End of quote. That my godfather is the 4-star general, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. I'll repeat. Sir, when asked by the journalist, sir, is your transition program on course? That is to hand over to the civilian authority. He said, Inshallah, we shall not stay, or we will not stay a minute longer than necessary. End of quote. Go and find out. He didn't say August so and so. He didn't say June 13, we are going to do this, we are going to do that. You see, there are a lot of things that happened in the position of leadership that most people presently in the grant community refused to understand. I want to say that we are all pressed. We need this money. Some will say, what type of process, what type of protocols for the past how many years that cannot be completed? It is not like that. The whole world is dynamic. Even the day, today 9, from now till 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. before the day closes, you cannot predict what will happen from now. We humans, we have a lot of limitations, environmental limitations, machinery limitation, network limitations, transportation limitations, health limitations, to mention but a few, that can even truncate a well-programmed something that is to take place today. Between now and 7 o'clock, many things can truncate it. Let us please understand ourselves. Like I said, this would be probably my last keynote before disbursement, inshallah. My godfather, when asked about June, the annulment of June 13 presidential election that was widely acclaimed to be the freest in the country. Up to tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, they keep on asking him. He said, I took the responsibility. What happened? If it's privately that I'm private, he said if he will open his mouth to talk about exactly what happened to the annulment of June 12, 1993 presidential election. He said Nigeria may go to war. If it's to reveal the real thing that happened, say Nigeria may go to war. And that's why he quoted that, never be afraid of taking a decision. History will forgive you for taking a wrong decision, but history will never forgive you for not taking a decision at all. End of quote. If my godfather opens his mouth to talk about June 12th, what led to it, many Nigerians will be surprised. Many people who are claiming to be Messiah of Nigeria today, you will be surprised the role they play. That is that. So the leaders, what they see up there, they can't come out and tell you exactly. They can't come out and tell you exactly as it is, not even twisting. Let us be frank to ourselves. Never you say that it's tweeting that is going to bring about this disbursement. I personally have a different view about grant disbursement before. But since I have been speaking for the past 3 days, no, that there is much more that I have known, and that has made me to adjust my mentality. And that's what I want the general grand community to understand, especially the leaders. This disbursement that we're talking about is hours from now. But people will say this is what they have been saying. A journey that has a beginning has an end. A journey that has a beginning has an end. The restructuring that Comrade Andy Bride mentioned, if it is not done with yesterday, then today. But the remaining one, I don't want to continue. Be calm. Be sober. Be prayerful. Be watchful. Disbursement is imminent. I am not a grand handler. I am not an NGO. I am not a CEO. I am a subscriber. But by the special grace of God, I am privileged to talk one-on-one with the caterpillars, the gurus, the motivators, the alpha and omegas of this grand program. It's not my power. Stay blessed. Do not behave like the 7 virgins. Do not behave like some of the 7 virgins. Thank you.